Deep in the quiet forests of eastern Canada, far beyond the last visible road and miles away from any known railway line, hikers stumble upon something truly impossible. Painted in faded red and rusted orange, a lonely railway caboose sits perched on a mossy hilltop, surrounded by spruce trees and total silence. No tracks, no path, no signs of a derailment. Just a full-sized steel train car sitting in the woods where a train could never have traveled. Today, we uncover the strange journey of this wandering caboose, how it ended up deep in untouched wilderness, the rumors that surrounded it for years, and the shocking truth that finally emerged. But before we start, can we get 1,000 likes for this video? Smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming stories. Every discovery begins the same way. A group of hikers veers off the camping path, chasing the sound of birds or searching for a lookout point. Suddenly, between the branches, a patch of color appears red, metal, and completely out of place. They push through the undergrowth and freeze. Before them stands an old caboose, its wheels half submerged in soil, its paint chipped by decades of rain and snow. Moss hangs from the roof like a heavy green curtain. The small cupola on top where train conductors once watched the tracks is cracked and fogged with age. Inside, sunlight spills through broken windows, illuminating dust floating in the air like tiny fireflies. Nothing around it suggests how it got here. The nearest railway line? More than 10 kilometers away. The terrain? Too steep for any train, too isolated for any maintenance crew. The caboose looks like it simply materialized from thin air. Almost immediately, stories began to spread. Some claimed the caboose detached from a passing train long ago and rolled for miles before coming to rest here. But that was impossible. The topography made such a journey suicidal for anything on wheels. Others whispered that a lumber camp dragged the caboose into the forest to use as housing or storage. But even the strongest logging equipment of the 1950s couldn't haul a heavy steel caboose up a hillside like this. There were even rumors that the caboose was placed there for Cold War monitoring operations, a remote spot far from the public eye. But the real story? Much stranger and far more human. To understand the truth, we need to go back to the 1940s. At the time, cabooses were the heart of every freight train in Canada. Conductors ate, slept, and worked inside them for days at a time. Each caboose had character-chipped mugs, old logbooks, and stories told by firelight. When modern technology rendered cabooses obsolete, thousands were retired. Some were scrapped, some sold, and a few given away. One of these belonged to a man named Tom Leduc, a retired rail worker and lifelong train enthusiast. After decades working the rails, Tom couldn't bear to see his favorite caboose dismantled. So he bought it. Not the land, not the wheels, the entire caboose. And he had a wild idea. Tom owned a small piece of forest land miles from town, his private escape. In his mind, the perfect retirement hideout wasn't a cabin or a cottage, but his beloved caboose placed right at the highest point of his property. The problem? No road led there, no machinery could fit, and the caboose weighed over $40,000 pounds. But Tom didn't care. With the help of 2 local crane operators and a logging truck, they began a multi-day operation to lift the caboose off its tracks onto a flatbed trailer and drag it through rough terrain, sometimes only moving a few meters per hour. Trees were cut, ropes snapped, one crane nearly tipped over. The entire journey became a small-town legend, but after days of sweat and near disasters, Tom watched his caboose finally lowered onto the hilltop exactly where he always dreamed it would sit. It was strange, but beautiful. His own personal retreat, a place for reading, resting, and watching the forest change through the seasons. Tom lived many peaceful years with the caboose as his sanctuary, but after his passing, the land changed hands. No one wanted to move the massive steel relic. No one could, and over time, the forest reclaimed it. Windows shattered in winter storms. Animals nested inside. Vines curled around the couplers, binding the caboose to the earth forever. What began as a symbol of one man's passion slowly became an unsolved mystery for everyone who stumbled upon it. Today, the caboose has become an unofficial landmark, part art, part history, part forgotten dream. Photographers seek it out. Urban explorers share its location only in whispers. Hikers tell stories about the train car in the middle of nowhere. Yet its true message continues to echo softly in the forest. Sometimes the largest mysteries don't come from accidents or supernatural events, but from the heart of someone who simply loved something too much to let it go. Standing in front of this lonely caboose, surrounded by Canadian wilderness, it's easy to forget the noise of the world outside. It's a reminder that passion can leave marks on the land, marks that outlive us. This caboose didn't appear here by magic. It didn't fall from the sky. It was brought here stubbornly, lovingly, by a man who refused to let go of his past. And so it remains, perched on a quiet hill, watching over the forest. A forgotten rail car, a hidden retreat, a mystery born not from tragedy, but from devotion.